Hello, beautiful people. My name is Peleta Bukako, and welcome to yet another episode of The Simple Bouquet, where we are discussing nothing but real conversations. This channel is mainly focused on character development, on faith, and everything that concerns lifestyle and beauty. So I think we will be tackling a lot of the elements that I just listed now, and yeah, that's what the channel will mainly focus on. But I will also try to navigate conversations on what I feel like talking about. Could be what I'm feeling, what's been on my mind lately, you see, all of those things. But before we may continue with this whole conversation, please make sure that you subscribe, you like, comment, and share to people. I mean, it's always good to share a good word, you know, so that the ones that you love can get hold of this channel. So, and also for my returning subscribers, listen, you are my favorites, okay? Because it shows that you believe so much in me than I would imagine. Not I would believe in myself. But let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into it. Yeah. So it's actually so weird how in the beginning of posting my first ever video, I spoke about growth. You know, I was focusing mainly on growth. And after uploading that video, living a purposeful life as a young person, I felt a kick in my gut, you know. I was convicted also. I don't want to say that I ran sick, but something within me just told me that how could you expose yourself like that in the public? Because this is a platform that will allow people to engage in your private life, you know? And do you even know what to say and what not to say to people? So it was one of those things that I had in my mind, and honestly, I'd be lying if I said I knew what I was doing. And also, what killed me again was the fact that I didn't have the best quality camera. My pixels were not as great. And I kept asking myself, who's gonna watch this video anyways, you know? So those were conversations that I had in my mind. And look at where we are. So crazy, right? It's really crazy, trust me. And I think a lot of things happened after that video. So I had to deal with understanding that you are gonna get judged a lot, you know. But anyways, do I really care? I don't think I do, because I did mean what I said, that I'm here for people who haven't discovered themselves as yet. And there's so much greatness that I want you to discover about yourself that you haven't really tapped into. And there is so much that you need to discover, you need to see, and allow yourself to see by just taking a leap of faith and be brave. Be as brave as you can be, you can get, you know. Because one thing for sure is that when you take a step into the unknown, there is so much fear that comes with it. There is so much doubt. There is so much fear that you possess within yourself. So I am here to allow people to open doors to bravery and fight. One thing for sure, we are here to fight. I did say that I only inspire those that want to fight, and those that are still lazy, we can hop on to the next. But before you do so, see this video and ask yourself if you're still the same person you were before. So let's get straight into it. It is very mandatory to have a vision board for yourself. And I used to see vision boards as very dramatic. I used to associate them with drama, trust me. But I know I can tell you why. Because I do not understand people that do vision boards and have their camera on, showing people what they want to achieve. That for me is, what are you doing? Like, why are you letting people in your business like that? You know, it's the same as going around announcing your goals. Do you think you're gonna achieve all of those things? But each to its own, you know, different strokes for different folks. If it works best for you, go ahead. I just will not allow people like that in my business, you know. I'm that private. I know I said that I'm gonna allow you in so many things, but that's not any of the things that I would grant you access to, you know. Moving on, vision boards are very much important. Write down all that you need to achieve for that particular year. And now that we are headed towards 2024, I would love for you to have and keep this in mind. There is so much spirit that comes with a new year that it is the only time where you have power to see and vision your year and what it will look like, you know. And if you underestimate the power of that spirit, you will find yourself in a position of not achieving anything that year, because it's all in your head and you are chasing nothing. So I do not understand how this will be possible if you do not pray about it. That for me, I'm like, let me put on something on my lips, you know. So I do not understand how it would be very possible if you don't put God in it. Because one thing for sure, a year is very long. It's very long for you to keep on to your dreams and still hold on to your word. So it is very important to have God in your plans, because there will be times where you will want to give up. You will feel like giving up. And it's the power of God that will constantly remind you, revert back to the beginning of the year and say, this is what you wanted, remember? And you're like, I'm not too sure anymore, you know. I'm not too sure about it. I might change my plans. And he's like, you're gonna chase after it, you know. And also that is the strength that we get from God, to constantly fight for it. Although he's the one fighting on our behalf, but we fight in prayer. You have to fight in prayer. And I want you to reflect on the things that you have always wanted for any particular, any relevant year, and tell me if you have achieved them. If not, we are switching it up in 2024. We are switching it up in 2024. We are doing it differently this time. So it is very important to pray about it, ask God for guidance, and even before starting to scribe them, make sure that you pray about it. So the things that you will be writing on that paper will be the things that God wants you to work towards in 2024, you know. And very much important, do not underestimate that, because one thing for sure is that even when you do not have the strength to chase after it, you will have a God that you prayed to in the beginning of the year to assist, you know, and they will pull through for you to say that this is what they will God will remind you that this is what you prayed about, this is what you wrote on the paper, because I am the one that gave it to you. This is my vision about you, you know. So don't underestimate that. You need to keep in mind the people that you associate yourself with. Very important. You have to make sure that you ground yourself with people that are driven and hungry, because it's easy to be in a position where you like, I don't want this anymore. So they're there to remind you why you need it, why you even prayed about it, and why you even wrote it on the paper, you know. So very important. The people, the company, and your associates, the people you synonymize yourself with, very mandatory, very important. They will make or break you. Great. So let me stress the power of isolation. I can't stress this enough. Very important. So this will be a period of your life where you are literally head on head with yourself. Nothing else. Head on head with yourself. Face to face, you will deal with yourself a lot. So this will be a phase where you will understand and discover things you didn't know about yourself. The things you like, the things you don't like, the things that you thought you didn't like, but you got to like them. The people that you thought you didn't like are not so bad, because this is an understanding also that you are giving people a second chance. And not second chance that you are allowing them into your space, but second chance because you understand that people act on certain things because they view the world differently. This is very powerful, such that you will have to sorry, I got distracted. You will have to deal with yourself a lot, your goals, the things that are very, very, very disruptive. It will change your perspective on a lot of things, how you perceive the world, because it is very, a person is only rich in their mind, not monetary. They are rich in mind. Equip yourself with books to read, the Bible. Be open to learning new things. The things that you watch, what you scroll on your phone to focus on, very important, very, very important. So let this season be mainly about you. I know that it is very selfish to focus on yourself more and not give yourself out to people the way that you should, but this is about you. If you reflect and self-introspect on yourself, you are easy to give to people the right version of you, and that should take your time, to be with yourself and discover, oh, this is how I am. Introspect, and that can be found in isolation. I hope I said a mouthful. So it is very, very, very advisable that you isolate yourself from the masses, because what people say, how they view you and how they speak to you is very important, and it does shift and change your narrative of life, your perspective, and how you see it. So if you have a rich mind, you need to equip it. Make sure that you instill knowledge every single day. Wisdom is gained from that, that's where we find wisdom. And also, I know that they say that beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. That also is true. Not also, that is true. So put you and your God first. So I want us to be very intentional with our 2024, our new year. I think I'll also start to post more, and it should also focus on the new year. That's what I want, that's what I want to focus mainly on, and that is basically it. Thank you so much for engaging in this conversation. Thank you for being interested, and more than anything and everything else, you need to be grateful to yourself, because you are here to focus on what could possibly assist you in maturing, what could build you, because one thing for sure, we have so many we have generations to build, we have legacies to build, and that needs a firm foundation, and a firm foundation is a ground of knowledge, and I can't really think of anything else that could just give you a firm foundation than yourself, and putting yourself in a position of understanding that most things need to be fought for. We are building characters here. We are building characters, and I do not know of any character that is so strong today and has not endured difficult times, that has not equipped themselves, that has not taken in knowledge. Before I release you guys, thank you so much for believing in me